In an age where so many feel connected online, yet lonelier than ever, Florence Ann Romano believes the solution isn't found in more connection, but in the right connection, right? So she details it all in her new book, Build Your Village, a guide to finding joy and community in every stage of life. And she joins me this morning to share so much more. Good morning to you, Florence.
Good morning, Erin. Thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. So you say build your village. Let's start there. What inspired you to write this guide to create community in every stage of life?
Well, we've all heard the proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. And while I love that saying, I really feel it is limiting because what if you don't have kids? You deserve to find your people too. And
Yeah.
during the pandemic, we saw on this global level what it felt like to have our support systems ripped away from us. And people would say to me during those very dark years, where's this elusive village that people talk about? Is there a phone number to call? Do people just show up at your front door with a casserole ready to help you? Is there a roadmap? And so it was at that time that I decided to write a book with the roadmap to the village.
You know, it's weird because in a time where social media is such at a height, it feels like how could we possibly be lonely? But it seems like it's happening now more than ever.
Well, it's quality over quantity in life, in all cases, really, especially friendships. And let me tell you a little secret. Some of the busiest people I know are the loneliest. And that's because the social calendar, as packed as it is, it really doesn't equate to that happiness or fulfillment. And online, those online relationships, they never really satiate you enough to replace in-person connections. So it's a quick hit, but it's not the goal.
That's so true. Okay, I like the way you broke that down, comparing it to a hit, because it really is like that, and it can be just as addicting. So
Yes.
the book talks about loneliness coming from losing trust within ourselves. So what exactly do you mean by that?
We've all made mistakes in relationships, romantic or friendships. And hey, I'll be the first, Aaron, to raise my hand. I think I wrote the book because I made all the mistakes, so you don't have to be honest. But after you make these choices and things don't work out, you start to doubt your discernment, and then you decide to disconnect. You retreat into this tortoise shell, and you want to stay home and watch Netflix instead of taking the risk of connection because you can be paralyzed by that fear of rejection, and that's not a way to live. It's just not sustainable.
You know what? It's terrifying, especially when you're going into a situation that you've never been in before. It's hard to open yourself up, but there's no way we're going to cross that hurdle unless we just do it. And that takes me to my next question of intuition. You say start listening to your own voice again, the positive one that pushes us to do bigger and better things.
Well, two things to jumpstart this. I want you to practice micro decisions. I want you to start small, intentionally, rebuild that trust within yourself by choosing what to wear, what to eat, what to say, what feels right for you other than what others expect from you. And compassion over criticism. Healing doesn't come from judging the past choices. It comes from honoring the strength that it took to survive, and then you give yourself that grace to trust again.
Ooh, that's good. Girl, you preaching this morning. I like it. Very good. I feel like the book is like that. The book outlines, 6 types of people that make up a healthy village. I would love if you could, without giving away everything, maybe give us your top 2.
Oh, Aaron, the 2, that's like picking your favorite child. But if I have to pick the favorites, I would say accepting and healer. The accepting one I define as the one that lets you show up exactly as who you are. You confess a secret to them. They're the one that doesn't judge you. And the healer, they walk through it with you, whatever the it is, especially the hard stuff. They don't walk around it. They walk through it. They don't try to fix you. They don't try to fix the situation. They sit with you in it.
You are just a pocket full of goodness and motivation, girl. I love it.
Right back at you, Erin.
Come on now.
Gosh.
For anyone feeling lonely or unsure, especially where to start, because I think the hardest part is that first step, and that's asking for help or diving into this book. What's one simple step toward finding that village that feels right that we can enact today?
I will say this to my dying day. It is philanthropy and service. I want you to get outside of yourself. I want you to get out of your head. I want you to focus on others, because in those environments, you're going to meet people that are like-minded, have similar values to you. And all of a sudden, guess what? You're going to be making connections. You're going to be making friends, and you're going to fill those archetype roles that I have in the book.
Yes, indeed. I know you touched on in the beginning, you said for the people, which I love that you said that, that don't even have kids, that we need to be pouring into ourselves as well. all. How do people who do have kids, how can we incorporate that into their parenting so our kids are raised up with this mindset instead of trying to shift it as an adult?
I honestly think it comes down to comparison with parents. You are paralyzed, to use that word again, by comparing yourself to what you see on social media and what you see in other families. And you think, I'm failing. I'm not doing the right thing by my kids because I'm looking at the way everyone else is doing it. It seems perfect. I think we need to eliminate that with our parents out there. We're thinking that they have to meet everyone else where they seemingly are based on what they see, the stimulus in front of them that they have on social media, especially. And so that's the first step, honestly, to building that strength and discernment within yourself and following that intuition. Your kids are watching you. They're going to watch how you make these decisions, how you make your friendships, how you talk to people. So remember, it's know thyself first. Oxygen mask on first, and then you can help everyone else.
There you go. The comparison is, in fact, the thief of joy, and you said that beautifully. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us here on Good Morning Texas. And you guys can get the book, Build Your Village, now.